Hey everyone, after a brief hiatus, I'm finally here with a recorded video lecture on the chapter on the story titled Madam Rides the Bus that has been written by a renowned Indian author, Wali Kannan. I hope that you are all hustling continuously and gearing up your preparations for the upcoming examinations. As you already know that the story titled Madam Rides the Bus has been segregated into four parts, where the first three parts have previously been discussed in the classroom. In this video, I will be providing a line-by-line explanation of the concluding part of this story. But before that, let me provide a quick recapitulation or recall of the first three parts of this story. Now, circling back to the title of this story, that is Madam Rides the Bus. Let's talk about the title, whether this is appropriate or not. Now, Madam is generally a salutation that is used for elderly women and ladies in particular. Now, on the other hand, this word Madam, that is a part of the title, it has been used for an 8-year-old young girl who wanted to get an exposure of the outside world, of the world around her. And that is why, due to the fact that she acted like an adult person, she acted like a mature kind of person, that is why the usage of this salutation Madam is appropriate. But the addition of this word Madam to the title, Madam Rides the Bus, makes it sort of funny and humorous for the readers. It is a humorous, thought-provoking, as well as sensitive story, all three themes at the same time, that brings to light the perspectives of an 8-year-old girl who wanted to get an exposure to the outside world. Now, let's talk about the beginning of the story. So the readers are told that Wali, whose real name is Wali Amai, but in short form people refer to her as Wali. Due to love and affection, fondly the name Wali Amai becomes Wali. She is an 8-year-old girl who resides in a remote Indian village. The name of the village has not been revealed anywhere in the chapter, but we come to know about one tendency of Wali, that it is the pastime, it is one of the hobbies of Wali that she likes to stand near the doorway of her house and keep observing, keep looking at the people who happen to pass by her house, as well as some other animals and vehicles that pass by her house. Now the readers are told that it is an internal desire of Wali that she wants to ride a bus all alone without anyone accompanying her. And that is why she happens to make discreet inquiries about the basic requirements for traveling on a bus. So what Wali does next is she talks to those people who traveled on the bus previously, and she gathers adequate information about one-way journey, the cost of one-way journey, and the total amount that she was required to spend in order to visit the town from her village and return from the town back to her village. Furthermore, in order to fulfill her desire of enjoying her first bus ride, that too all alone, Wali is required to make calculative decisions, and she is required to make a lot of sacrifices. So Wali controls, she resists her temptations of balloons, toys, sweets and candies of all kinds in order to save enough money to pursue her desire of riding a bus. Now it was the time for Wali to venture out of her house without letting anyone know, and the moment she gets onto the bus, she happens to meet the bus conductor, who is a jolly and jovial sort of person who started pulling her legs. And the bus conductor fondly calls Wali as Madam because she pretended to be a grown-up girl. Now, apart from the behavior of the bus conductor, Wali finds the remarks of some of the fellow passengers to be really disturbing and annoying for her. And in particular, there is a character in our story who happens to be an elderly woman. She gets seated next to Wally. At that moment, she was chewing betel nuts, and the juice of the betel nut was secreting from her mouth. And the sight was so repulsive for Wally that she felt nauseatic at the moment. And in order to distract herself, she decided to look out of the window and admire the natural beauty of the area. So, since Wally was there on a moving bus, she happened to see many long and short trees, the natural elements, the natural beauty of the area, some other vehicles that were passing near the bus itself, as well as some roadside shops in which the shopkeepers were carrying on their business activities. So the entire scene was really fascinating and mesmerizing for Wally. And for the very first time, she was experiencing the outside world. She was venturing out of her house, and that is why she was devouring every sight to the core. Now, based on these incidents, we come to know that Wally was simply enjoying her first bus ride. She was really hopeful and optimistic all at the same time as she came across a cow that was moving on the road. The bus finally arrives in the town, but Wally doesn't get down from the bus. Instead, she purchases the return ticket from the town to her own village. So these are the main highlights or key incidents that I have covered in this video. These topics have previously been discussed in the classroom, so we will move on further with the last concluding part of the story, and let's figure out what exactly happens next as to why the writer Wally Kannan he talks about the concepts of life and death altogether.